everyone, I'm Sana from MongoDB, and I'm here today with Israelov, who is the CTO of Mentra. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Could you take us through how you've gotten to building Mentra?
Sure. So for me, building smart glasses started, call it around 6 years ago. At the time, I didn't wear glasses, right? And I was working on a project for college, and it was very late at night, and I was very silly. I was cutting glass, and I wasn't wearing safety goggles, and I got a shard of glass lodged into my right eye. So the next morning, I had to go to the optometrist to have them fish out the shard of broken glass that was in my eye, and I needed to wear glasses for the first time. So I put on these glasses, having never worn glasses before, and I realized this is such a waste of space on our face, basically. Like, this is tech that most adults in the US are wearing. It has access to our eyes and our ears, and we're just not taking advantage of it at all. So over the next month, I taught myself enough electronics to basically build a Google Glass from scratch. And through that, I met my co-founder on Reddit, who was building his own smart glasses in an RV. And we met up together in Vegas to then show off our open source smart glasses at CES one year.
Wow, that is so cool. It's so interesting that it started off due to you just needing glasses for a personal injury. That's so interesting. I guess you kind of mentioned this a little bit, but Mentra recently launched its smart glasses. Tell us more about what you're building.
Sure. So this is Mentra Live. It's kind of our take on the Meta Ray-Ban. So it's got speakers, camera, a microphone, except the software is completely open source. You can build anything you can imagine for it.
Very cool. Could you give me some examples of what you can build on it?
Sure. So the big uses right now, the biggest ones that we're seeing have to do with manufacturing and putting them on delivery drivers and also putting them on live streamers. So very, very soon in the next month or two, you're going to see some of the biggest live streamers out there wearing Mentra Live, streaming POV video to Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, all the big platforms.
What gap did you see in the ecosystem that led you to build Mentra?
Well, between specifically the gap that was left in the market from the Ray-Bans is the Ray-Bans are a great pair of smart glasses, right? You've got a great camera, you've got great speakers, but you can't meaningfully build for them. You can't build a business on the Ray-Bans like you can build a business making an app for a phone today.
Can you talk a little bit more about like the AI? It seems like you can talk to the glasses and ask it questions. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Oh yeah, so built in, we have Mentra AI, which is an AI that can see what you see and hear what you hear and then answer questions about it. And it's totally extendable if you have a specific use case that involves manufacturing or delivering packages or anything like that. You can plug in that data and then ask about that.
Let's dive a little bit more into MongoDB. I know you guys have built your platform on us. How did you first come across MongoDB?
We came across MongoDB years ago. Just about everybody I have worked with has been using MongoDB for years. We've all been very, very experienced with MongoDB. Even when we were building smart glasses before Mentra, just as, is an open source project, we were using MongoDB back then. And the reason for that is MongoDB lets you iterate very, very quickly. Migrations within your database are very, very easy. You can easily add more columns. You can easily add more data. You can easily change data in the way that it is structured versus, our experience with something like Postgres has been a lot more difficult. The way that data is stored in MongoDB is much closer to the way that data is handled at runtime within your application. And so, the conversion between here is data that I'm using in my application to storing it long-term in Mongo is a much, much more clean relationship than what it would be like, to take this data and put it in Postgres.
Which parts of the Mentra stack are powered on MongoDB?
Sure. So we use MongoDB for basically every single one of our built-in apps on the Mentra platform. What comes with Mentra Live, for example, is an app called Mentra Notes. It's an AI note taker. It's an automatic note taker that can remember what you see and remember what you hear. We use MongoDB to save all of that. Another app that's built into the Mentra Live is Live Streamer. So out of the box, Mentra Live can stream to YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, all of the big platforms. And all of the settings that the user has for those platforms, we save in MongoDB as well.
How has building on MongoDB helped your team move faster and more efficiently?
The number one way is MongoDB's first-party applications. MongoDB Atlas, for example, is a huge, huge time saver. It has these great tools for profiling your database's servers. So if ever you run into issues with a query that might be slower than it ought to be, MongoDB Atlas makes it super, super easy to then go find and, kill that query. The other super useful tool that I used to use every day back when I was doing more software engineering was MongoDB Compass. It has this awesome feature built in where just in natural language, you can write a database query without actually having to know the MongoDB syntax. It's amazing. Whoever thought that up should get a raise.
Can you tell me more about Mentra Notes?
Sure. So it's an app for the Mentra Live that can hear what you hear and see what you see. And then you can ask it later about things that happened during your day, meetings that you had. So let's say my engineer and I, in a meeting we were discussing when a new update for Mentra AI would be released. Well, then I can go into Mentra Notes and search for Mentra AI, and it will pull me up a summary of that conversation. And the way we handle these search functionalities, we have vector embeddings for every single conversation you have, and we use MongoDB's Voyage AI tool to then recall those conversations.
I can see that you guys kind of have a very specific look right now, kind of similar to the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. Are you guys planning on launching different styles or more stylized glasses in the future?
Different styles from us directly. Our long-term strategy here is to work with traditional eyewear companies to essentially put the guts of our glasses into their traditional frames. So there will be more options available in terms of different styles of frames, but they won't necessarily be sold by us.
Do you see a world where everyone is wearing glasses, regardless of if they need them or not, for the use of having AI glasses on your face all the time?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
We're already at the point where around 75% of the adult population needs some sort of vision correction, right? I mean, if you go outside and walk around there, you're going to see, you actually pay attention. A lot of people are wearing glasses. You're probably wearing contacts. Is that what you're getting at? Okay. Right. And that number is only going up, right? Numbers of myopia, childhood myopia are only going up in 10, 20 years. That number might be 85%, 90%, could trend towards 100%, right? So once we have pretty ubiquitous smart glasses, I think people won't even opt for contacts at that point.
How are you thinking about AI as a core part of the smart glasses experience rather than just as an add-on?
Just about everything that Mentra does involves AI in some way, even if it's not, kind of your traditional generative AI that you're thinking of in terms of, ChatGPT style interfaces. Almost all of our use cases involve AI. Our number one use case on glasses like these that have displays in both eyes is for people who are deaf and hard of hearing to see subtitles of what other people are saying overlaid on their vision. And the way that the best speech-to-text systems work these days is using AI under the hood.
And in one sentence, what's your prediction for the future of AI-native wearable computing?
I think starting 5 years from now, once the hardware becomes more and more capable, and you can wear something a little more comparable to a phone, essentially on your face, I think almost everybody will be wearing a pair of smart glasses.
We can move on to our lightning round. We have a few really quick questions for you. First up, what is your favorite app on the Mentra mini app store?
Oh, it's Mentra Merge, without a doubt. Mentra Merge is a proactive AI. It listens to your conversations, and when you don't know something, it automatically interjects a bit of information overlaid on your vision in real time.
Oh, that's so cool. So if you were talking to someone and they mention a play, it'll tell you details about that play?
Yes.
It's awesome. You never get stuck in a convo.
Yes.
Next question, most underrated part of building AI products?
Most underrated part is probably the users. That sounds super, super vague. I am talking with my users every single day, and some of them, especially the deaf and hard of hearing users, get immense value from this. And to speak with them and hear from them every single day about, hey, this has made a really, really big impact in my life is is my favorite part of the day.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
And if people are looking to learn more about Mentra or connect with you, where can they go?
Yeah, if anybody is interested in learning more about Mentra Live and the apps that you can build for it, check them out at mentraglass.com.